So, in my mind, perspective of how I see Operation Warp Speed is to address efficiencies, but not to actually shortchange science and not to shortchange, um, and create sort of stopgap measures. But I do think, however, you can shorten phase one, phase two, and then you can actually do a common control for phase three. And then you could actually have a fair idea over the 6-12 months, and you can continue monitoring them post to 24 months. And then, if you did this common control, you'd have a good idea of who has a safe and semi-effective vaccine in this short space of time. I don't think it's realistic to say, oh, out of the blue, we're going to add 100% neutralization antibody vaccine. And we need to understand the science, working our way through that. So from a discussion on Operation Warp Speed, I see Operation Warp Speed almost in three buckets. One, the preclinical work, which we're doing now together with the BARDA and the NIAID and Patel. And they have rhesus macaque. And I said, we're fine with common controls. We agreed on a protocol, and we're submitting our vaccine as we speak. Then there's another element of Operation Warp Speed is the logistics. And the logistics is really not the vaccine itself, but the glass, the bottles, the finished full syringes, the manufacturing facility, and who's going to pay for that. And that is what the BARDA, I suppose, funding comes about. And then the third thing is who chooses, and this is where I get a little queasy, about who goes into this common control. Why is it arbitrarily for? Who knows that it's for? Is it some political discussion about who that may be, or is it based on science? It has to be based on science or the clinical findings at the end of at least phase two. So that's the way I personally see warp speed. I'm not sure how anybody else sees warp speed at the administration level or the political level. But I think this is a scientific issue and a regulatory issue rather than, this political positioning of what Operation Warp Speed is.